Hey everyone, if you've ever looked at code and wondered how you can make it create something, well, visual, something you can actually see, then you are in the perfect place. Today, we're going to assemble your very first creative toolkit for making graphics in Python. Let's get into it. I mean, really think about it. Instead of a paintbrush and a canvas, you have a keyboard and a screen. It's this amazing way to bring your ideas to life, and honestly, it's a lot more straightforward than you might think.
I want you to picture this like we're opening up a brand new toolbox. Every command we learn today, every shape, is a new tool that we're adding. By the end of this, you'll have the essentials to start building whatever you can imagine.
Okay, so first things first. Before an artist can paint, they need a canvas, right? Well, in the coding world, our canvas is a digital grid. And to draw on it, we need to understand its layout.
This is the absolute bedrock of everything we're about to do. You've probably seen this in math class. You've got your x-axis going left to right and your y-axis going up and down. Every single pixel on our screen has a specific address, an x, y coordinate. This is how we tell Python exactly where to draw our stuff.
All right, Toolkit is open. Let's grab our first two tools. These are the absolute workhorses of digital drawing, the rectangle and the oval. You'd be amazed what you can build with just these two shapes.
So meet the rect function. It's super simple. To draw a rectangle, you just need to tell it four things: the x and y for its top left corner, and then how wide and how tall it should be. The key thing to remember here is that everything is based on that top left corner.
And next up, we've got the oval. Now it also needs a width and a height, but here is the big difference, and you gotta catch this. Its position is set from its center point, not the top left corner like the rectangle. This little detail is super important.
And this slide right here really just nails that key difference. If you're drawing a rect, you're thinking top left. If you're drawing an oval, you're thinking center. If you can lock that down, you're going to save yourself a lot of headaches trying to get your shapes to line up.
Okay, time for a more specialized tool. Now, a circle is really just a special kind of oval, right? But Python gives us a much easier, more direct command for when you need something perfectly round.
And this is why the circle function is so great. Just like the oval, you give it a center point, an x and a y, but instead of needing a separate width and height, you just give it one number, the radius. You know, the distance from the center to the edge? So much simpler.
All right, let's just pause here for a quick thought experiment. If you know the circle's center is at x, y, and its radius is r, how would you figure out the coordinate for the point that's all the way on the left edge of that circle?
And there you have it. The y-coordinate doesn't change, of course, because we're just moving horizontally. And the new x-coordinate is just the center's x position minus the radius. When you start thinking this way, you're not just copying code anymore. You're actually understanding the geometry behind it all.
So far, all the tools in our kit have been for making filled-in shapes. But what if you want to connect things, or draw outlines, or add details? For that, we need a totally different kind of tool. We need the line.
So, a line is defined by 2 points, a start and an end. That means you need to give the line function 4 numbers, the x and y for the first point and the x and y for the second point. And a fun fact, the order doesn't actually matter. A line from point A to point B looks exactly the same as a line from point B to point A.
Awesome, you have the basic tools. Now let's talk about the fun part, making your art actually look cool. And, maybe more importantly, what to do when your code doesn't work. Because trust me, it's gonna happen. And it's a completely normal part of learning to code.
Oh, this is a classic. You think, hey, I'm gonna add a border to my line. You run the code, and bam, an error. But don't panic. Look at what the error message says. Cannot set lines border. It's not just yelling at you, it's actually a clue. It's telling you that the whole idea of a border doesn't apply to a line. A line is all one color, so to change it, you use fill.
You know what? Go ahead and screenshot this slide. This is your personal cheat sheet. Fill works for everything. Just remember it means inside color for shapes, but line color for a line. Border is only for shapes, and line width is only for lines. Keeping this nearby will save you a ton of guesswork.
And you can do even more. You're not just stuck with solid lines. You can make them thicker, you can change their color, and you can even make them dashed just by setting dashes equals true. It's a really easy way to add some style and variety to your drawings.
And there we go. Those are the 4 foundational tools for your creative coding toolkit: the rectangle, the oval, the circle, and the line. It might not sound like a lot, but you can build incredibly cool and complex things with just these 4 commands.
So that's the real question, right? We've put the tools in your hand.
You have the rectangle for buildings and structure, the circle for wheels and eyes, the oval for anything with a unique shape, and the line to connect it all together. The canvas is blank. The toolkit is yours. Now, go make something awesome.